Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe, and I am back with Cancer's reading for this month of June. It is late. I have been delayed, but I wanted to get these readings out for you all anyway. So this is going to be what's to come for the rest of this month for you. Maybe some information about some of the things that have happened this month, why they happened. Usually that's what sometimes will happen whenever I'm doing a reading so late into the month. We can get some kind of information of why certain events took place and what they're leading to in the future. And so this reading, Cancer placements, that's going to be Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or your North Node. So make sure you are checking out your other placements. And this is a general energy reading. So this is only for you if it's resonating with you. If it doesn't, then it's not for you. And so welcome if you are new. My name is Stephanie and I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I'm also I call myself now an advanced astrology student, and I read a little bit differently compared to some people just because I don't always read traditionally. I do use a lot of my gifts, and I use a lot of information through the imagery on the cards and other mediums in order to channel information. So just to put that out there, if you're new and wondering why maybe I talk about a card in a certain way that is not traditionally understood, that's not the traditional meaning. So let's go ahead, dive on in. If you would like, go ahead and check out the description box for all the other places to find me online: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Also, if you are interested in booking a reading with me, you can find out how to book with me there on my website. And I think that's about it. So let's dive on in. Now we're going to be doing that general energy reading first, and then we're going to be heading over after that to the love and relationship portion of the reading, where I have your message from your person if you are not in communication with or in difficult communication with them. So that is included in the love portion. So let's go ahead and start off and get a idea about this month, the month of June, for Cancer placements. What's the energy? Now, you guys have a big thing coming up in the next couple of days. We have a lunar eclipse. A solar eclipse, and that's going to be in your sign, in the sign of Cancer, and it's at 0 degrees. So it's a big deal. So you'll want to see where is that hitting your chart exactly, to see where it is going to take effect in your life. But let's go ahead and get the general energy for this month for you all. Just with my astro cards. Okay, so we have the 10th house. So some of you watching, maybe like the majority of you watching, have this energy hitting you in your 10th house. Now this is the public. So you might be having some public things happen to you. Things happen to you in the public. Particularly my folks that have jobs that are related to working with the public, or if you have like a social media platform, you could be having some revelations come to you regarding what to do, like how to move forward with your career. But also, this is like a warning, because a lot of the times, eclipses, even though in our kind of the new age, I don't want to say our because it's not mine, but in the new age community, some things get a little, love and light washed, as I would say. And eclipses historically have always been about things, revelations coming that then stir shit up, right? Like, this is things coming to the surface that were trying to be hidden. So, if you have anything in your career Cancer placements where you're trying to hide actions that you weren't proud of, or if you're on a social media platform and you have a following, you have some skeletons in your closet, this could be a warning that these things are going to be coming to the surface. So I just have to put that out there. But I do believe, like, for the majority of you, this is going to be some big revelations about your trajectory in life regarding your career and what you're doing in that way. And maybe some of you are going to be realizing, like, hey, I need to get out of this situation. I do have to tell you guys, and from a personal experience, because what I've been doing lately is looking back at my chart and seeing when I've had these big shifts in my life, what was going on astrologically. And I had a lot of eclipse energy hit me whenever I ended up losing the career that I was in prior to becoming a mom. Prior to becoming a parent, and I was having all of this eclipse energy where it was like my soul knew I needed to get out of the field. I was getting warnings of like, hey, you need to move on, but I didn't want to. I didn't listen. I'm a Taurus. I'm stubborn, right? And so maybe if you guys have been feeling that, if you guys have been feeling like you need to shift out of your career, you could be put in a situation where you're forced out. I was fired. So that's what happens. Your soul knows that something needs to change, and if you won't take that charge to change it, you'll have your subconscious mind play things out, push you to do certain things that make it happen. Okay, So just to put that out there, it's not, I mean, I gotta be real. All right. I get kind of like there might be some things that are very uncomfortable for you, but they're going to be good in the long run. I have to tell you that. Because like, if I wouldn't have gotten fired, I would never be where I am now. I would have continued to go down a path that really didn't have anywhere to grow. So if you're wanting growth, this is going to be a big opportunity to get that. So we only have one card out. Let's get some more cards. What's going on with you guys? Yeah, you have, okay. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this is definitely kind of one of more of those warning readings, and I apologize. I'm so sorry. I always like to give you guys good stuff, but I think that you're gonna be tested. There's gonna be things that come up to the surface that make you uncomfortable, and that will vary depending on, you know, how this energy is playing out for you. And like I said, again, if you want to get more details on that for you personally, I would take a look at your chart and see where this lunar eclipse will be transiting. So we have the Strength card reversed. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. This situation could be regarding another person that embodies the Knight of Wands energy reversed, or it could be you and you having to face that. So the Knight of Wands energy reversed is a very erratic energy, a lot of anger issues, no direction, no follow through, just not the greatest energy, right? I also refer to it as my fuckboy card. So if you're dealing with anybody like that, or if you're finding yourself falling into some of those patterns, then this is something that might be coming up. So like, if you're playing people right now, you might be getting caught soon. Okay. But this other thing is, the message here is like telling you that if you're dealing with somebody like this, and like, let's say it's what you're gonna finally see them for who they are with this energy that's coming up, or if you're embodying it, the root of the issue for both sides is not believing in yourself, not believing in your self-worth, not believing in your inner strength, and not being able to stand in your true power. And so what you're doing is either you're accepting somebody else's behavior that is not acceptable because you don't feel strong enough to stand in your true power to say, that's not okay, I'm not dealing with it, goodbye. Or you are embodying that energy because you're projecting how you don't feel in control and how you don't feel very strong onto other people, and trying to make yourself feel better via using them, via being mean, whatever this is for you. We all go through these cycles. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is angelic, and never is in a negative space or mistreating people. So this isn't to make judgments on you or anything like that. It's just to let you know, to bring it to your awareness, and to be like, hey, if you want to not have this energy in your life, you need to step away from it. And if you want to step away from it, you have to see what the root problem is. And the root problem is you not feeling like you're secure and strong within yourself. But the very neat thing about the Strength card being here reversed is it does remind you that you are strong enough to take on whatever is you're going through. Be that an actual situation, be that something that's going on in your head, and some mental health things that you're trying to deal with, some shadow aspects. You're strong enough to deal with it. But what you cannot do is you cannot then project that out onto other people that do not deserve it, or nobody deserves it, but you cannot project it out onto other people. And you cannot disrespect yourself by allowing somebody to, hurt you in that way because you don't want to stand up for yourself. So, this is a warning. If you're engaging in that energy, there's gonna be some sort of exposure one way or the other for you. So let's continue on. Cancer placements, general energy. Okay, I have the moon here. Yes. Look at that. We got our crab there. So the moon is all about secrets and mysteries, and the emotions, the subconscious. There is illumination coming, and I really believe this. It could be, well, we have the new moon in Cancer, then we also have the solar eclipse in Cancer, so it could be around that time. I mean, you guys have just a lot of energy hitting you guys this month, and when the moon's involved and we have eclipses and it's already your season, it's rough. It really is rough. You can ask Capricorn placements about it whenever they were going through a lot of this energy themselves. So hang in there, guys. You know what? You have to be able to see what's going on. You have to be conscious of your own habits. You have to be conscious of what you're allowing in your life and how it's negatively impacting you. And these are the things that we just have to deal with, even if they hurt when they happen, because they help us be better and stronger and go in the right direction. You know, like they save you from wasting time is really what it comes down to. So I do think a lot of you, though, this has to do with your career, you know, and for others of you, this is just going to have to do with your general path and like what you've been putting energy into. Somebody's been putting way too much energy into a relationship and they are going to get a surprise that is not a good one, where they see like, hey, I shouldn't have been giving this person that much energy. They didn't deserve it, you know? Okay. So I'm sorry, I'm like bumping my tripod and everything. Let's go ahead and get some last bits here, and then we're going to shift over. Jesus, I did it again. We're going to shift over to the love and relationship portion. Last bits of advice. Okay, nice. Okay, so it is a temporary situation. We have tent coming out. So you need to know that whatever negative things happen, this is not what it's going to be like forever. It's temporary. It's going to pass. And when it passes, we have this increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. I feel like the majority of you, it's definitely going to be a spiritual thing. But for folks that are resonating with like the career aspects, I feel like long term, because if you are in a situation where you're not wanting to be, it is an impact in your financial energy and it creates blockages. So long term, this, whatever happens, like let's say you do end up, you know, changing jobs or you know, like what happened to me, getting fired. Let's say that, you know, you have that shift and it feels like it's really, you don't know if you're strong enough, you don't know if you're gonna be able to make it, you don't know how you're gonna pay your bills. This is temporary, and in with time, not a long time, but with some time, you will have an increase compared to where you were before. So it's going to be one of those situations where you look back and you're like, man, that was a blessing in disguise, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have this. Okay, so hang in there with anything negative that happens. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to move all my cards off to the side here so we can look at, and I'm going to take a sip of my ginger root. I guess, I don't know if I should call it tea. It's literally just ginger root boiled, because I have some, oh my God, that's strong. I have some issues with swelling that randomly popped up, and it's been helping a lot. So there's a little tip for you. My stepdad is from Uganda, so he's been helping me with different remedies that they practice there regarding swelling. Okay, let's continue on to your love and relationship part. So we have our message. This is something new that I started, where it's a channel message I do prior to your reading from your person. And these are going to be geared towards those folks that are not in contact or you're in difficult contact. Okay, so your message, Cancer placements. I've been doing a lot of thinking. We have such a solid foundation already. We are already friends. We are already lovers. The obstacles I thought were a big deal in the past, I'm starting to see really aren't. Let's talk about the future. The other thing that stuck out to me when I got this message was the month of November. So I don't know, let me know in the comments if that is significant to you in this connection. Maybe there was some sort of separation that happened in November of, you know, this year, or a November. Maybe you guys met in November. Maybe this person was born in November, or you were. So there's something about November and this connection. But that is your guys' message. So let's go ahead and dive on into the reading portion and set the tone here with our astrology cards and see what's going on for Cancer placements, love and relationship wise this month. Virgo, okay. So you are going to be analyzing your the romantic energy in your life, your relationships, your past relationships. Again, this energy that you guys are facing this month with the solar eclipse and the new moon, they might be putting a bright light on your romantic connections and things that have happened, and really kind of showing you some qualities in the people that you're like, oh wow, like I really need to work on that. Like I need to stop attracting that type of person, or show you how you behaved in relationships that isn't where you want to be, how you seeing where you need to change. So let's continue on. You also might be dealing with a Virgo. Love and relationships. Okay, we have Justice reverse. Yes. So you are really, a lot of you are seeing that you give way too much in a connection. And that's something that Cancer energy has an issue with, particularly if you have a Cancer Venus. You are a sign that wants to nurture, you want to take care of. You represent, I think this is funny that I had the mom cup. It is the maternal energy. It's a nurturing energy with Cancer. And so what ends up happening is people that have a lot of Cancerian energy end up not taking care of themselves at all and just worrying about the person that they're with. And they give all of themselves over to this person while not receiving that in return. But the same time with Cancer energy is that there is a strong need and desire, because of how sensitive you are, to protect yourself. This is why you're the representation of the crab, that hard shell, to protect yourself. And so if you're giving and giving and giving, you aren't necessarily like Pisces that will continue doing it into self-martyrdom. You're going to get mad, right? And eventually those claws are going to come out. Eventually that protective energy is going to come out. So I feel like this is where you're analyzing that situation. You're analyzing that. You're seeing how you giving too much turns your energy into a space where you don't want it to be. You're pulling back your power. You're rebalancing the scales. And so again, I think this is going to be, for some of you that are in connections that are not happy, you're going to be seeing like how truly unhappy you are and how much you're giving versus receiving. And you're going to be making changes accordingly, however that plays out for you. So let's continue on. Yeah, the Two of Cups reverse. It's just, so for some of you, this is going to be a really new connection. And I think this message you have might be from an ex, and this is talking about a newer connection than that. And like this ex is more than likely coming back into the picture. I'm not going to say it's going to be this month. It might be November, and that's why November was standing out. But this is some sort of maybe new situation, or maybe it's just you finally recognizing the patterns in your old relationships and how you see and changing how you see new connections and what you're going to do. But for those of you that are in a newer connection, you're seeing that it's not working. This is not it. And that I'm giving too much and I'm not receiving enough. And there's a serious imbalance, and balance needs to come to the connection. So you're going to be making moves in order to do so. I think a lot of you are just going to be like, wow, that person really is not shit, and I need to, I need to move on. Okay, so let's see what else. Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Yes, I'm so sorry, guys. I really think my folks that are resonating with me real hard right now, you have something that's coming to the surface about this connection that's going to be like a huge deal breaker. And I feel like it's not even like it's dangerous. Like this person that you're dealing with, maybe like they're cheating on you, like they're physically cheating on you and putting you physically in danger, like with STDs and things of that nature. They might be doing other things that are putting you physically in danger. I'm getting this element of physical danger. So I don't want to fear monger or anything, but I can't ignore that energy. And so whoever needs to hear that, if this is for you, you're going to hear that and already know. I'm never telling you guys anything that you don't already know. I'm here to trigger that inner knowing that you already have and confirm it and being like, yes, listen to that voice that you were hearing. You're not being paranoid. You're not whatever. So somebody listening, maybe just one person, you ignoring these red flags is putting you in physical harm, be that your health or be that in another way, because this person maybe is involved in such things that could potentially hurt you. Okay, so this is not it. If you're dealing with somebody new and you already feel like there's something off, just get out. All right, let's keep continuing on and let's get some advice now. Some advice for you all. Choose love. Yes, you need to choose love and not fear. And if this person that is coming up here is making you feel Like, I think this person scares you. And I don't necessarily think they scare you as in, like, you're scared of them, like they're a violent human being. They could be, but I feel like this person scares you because you're scared of them revoking their, like, love or attention to you. And they do that on purpose. That's not even like that's partly a you issue, but that's also partly a purposeful towards you. And so you need to choose love and not fear. And if somebody's coming from you in a fear-based space, then that's not it. That's not love. Also, what I'm hearing again is the this, is it a psalm? I don't know. But you know, love is patient, love is kind, it's not boastful. I'm hearing that. And I feel like this person could be very, like, jealous or controlling or something along those lines. And that's not love. Okay, let's get some last bits of advice here. Yeah, this is I had not today, and this, to me, I'm not really taking any of this stuff. It's just like, this is not it, guys. This is not a good person for you. I really don't think so. Those of you resonating with this is not it. And I have the date card coming out, right? And this is meeting somebody new, dating, getting back out there, plan a date. I do think you have somebody that's coming back into the picture. It could be an ex, or it could be a friend, because the message should say we're lovers or friends. So maybe you have a friend, and it's like this person is starting to see you in a different light. It's like, we already have a good foundation. We're already friends. We already know each other. We know we share a bond already. Let's just build from that. And so that might be something. And the way I feel with that, and then the November energy, to me, that almost indicated, like, it's going to take some time to get to this point, because maybe you have to deal with this situation first, and then it will be coming down the road for you. And so that also brings in that not today. It's not going to be today. It's not going to be tomorrow, but it's coming. But you got to deal with whatever this is, you know. If this is somebody you're talking to, or if there's somebody in a relationship, it's not good. It's not healthy. There's somebody else better. Okay, so that's going to be your reading. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know. Sorry, I jumped into my ending of a private reading, but let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Let me know if it resonates. If you did enjoy the reading, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, that all helps support the channel, especially turning on that notification bell. And if you want to book with me I'm not seeing my words. If you want to book with me privately, you can do that at my website, 1111witchybabe.com. I hope you have a fantastic day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you next time.